All right, let's dive right in. Imagine a crisis so huge, so profound, that it literally brings the entire universe to a grinding halt. Well, that's the exact scene at the heart of a powerful 2,000-year-old vision from the Book of Revelation. Today, we're going to unpack this incredible cosmic drama and the really unlikely hero who ends up saving the day.
So picture this scene, okay? We're in the throne room of heaven itself. And in God's hand, there's a scroll, sealed up tight with 7 seals. And this isn't just any scroll. It holds the secret to, well, everything, the secret of history. But here's the problem, and it's a huge one. An angel cries out that no one, and I mean no one, in heaven, on earth, anywhere, is worthy to open it. The whole universe is just frozen. Creation is in despair. So what happens when the story of everything just stops? Okay, so first up, a crisis in heaven. Let's really dig into this initial problem, this sealed scroll and the massive crisis it causes.
Now, you've got to understand, this isn't just about reading a document. Not at all. The fact that no one can open this scroll, it's like a universal deadlock. God's entire plan for creation is locked up tight, and the story of the cosmos literally cannot move forward. The tension is just absolute. So the big question is, who on earth or in heaven could possibly fix a problem this big?
All right, so just when it seems like all hope is lost, this extraordinary figure shows up. But get this, it's not the mighty warrior or the powerful king you might be expecting. Nope, the solution to this whole cosmic mess is something else entirely. A figure that's just full of paradox and, as we'll see, incredible meaning.
The key phrase here is lamb as though slain. I mean, think about that for a second. How can something be both sacrificed and alive? Wounded but victorious. That's the central mystery, right? One theologian, Oecumenius, put it so well. He said the lamb wears the trophies of death, but it's standing because it has literally trampled death. It's this incredibly powerful symbol of life that has gone through death and come out the other side totally triumphant.
So who is this lamb? Well, the early church thinker Origen had a pretty clear answer. For him, it's the human form of Jesus. He argued that Christ's humanity was the part that was led as a sheep to the slaughter, and that this sacrifice became the expiation, which basically means the payment for the sins of the entire world. It's a really direct and powerful connection.
But the interpretation doesn't just stop there, not by a long shot. Another writer, Tychonius, he saw this as a living, breathing, ongoing event. He said that the lamb is sacrificed all over again, symbolically, whenever the church, the community of believers, mortifies herself, puts its own worldly desires to death so it can truly live for God. Suddenly, the sacrifice isn't just some historical event, it's a present-day reality.
And building on that exact idea, you've got Caesarius of Arles. He looked at the martyrs and saw the image of the slain lamb reflected right there in their lives. I mean, for him, those who suffered and even died for their faith were, in a very real sense, participating in that same exact sacrifice. They were becoming a living picture of the slain lamb themselves.
So here's the really crucial takeaway, right? This one single image, the lamb, had all these layers of meaning. It wasn't just about the historical Christ. It was also this living, breathing symbol for the ongoing spiritual life and even the sacrifices of the whole faith community. It's an incredibly dynamic metaphor.
But, okay, this lamb isn't just about sacrifice. It's also a symbol of just immense power. The vision says it has 7 horns and 7 eyes. Kind of strange, right? Well, commentators like Abrogenius broke it down. The 7 horns, that's about ultimate power, total strength. And the 7 eyes, they saw those as the 7 virtues of the Holy Spirit. Wisdom, understanding, all that good stuff, sent out to guide the entire world. So what you have is this picture of supreme power and divine wisdom, all wrapped up, paradoxically, in this image of a sacrificial victim. It's wild.
So, we've met our unlikely hero, the slain but standing lamb. The stage is set. Let's see what happens when this one worthy figure finally makes a move.
And this is it. This is the moment, the absolute turning point of the whole vision. The Lamb, who is only worthy because he was slain, steps up and takes the scroll from God's hand. And just like that, the cosmic deadlock is broken. The plan for the universe can finally be revealed. And this one act, it's like a key that unlocks a floodgate of meaning. For these ancient writers, it unlocked everything. Apringius said the Lamb's story finally pulls back the curtain on the mystery of the Trinity.
Victorinus argued it was the master key to understanding the Old Testament, making all those old prophecies crystal clear. And for Irenaeus, wow, for him it meant a whole new destiny for humanity, investing us with what he called paternal light and pointing us toward immortality.
Now, you don't have a world-changing event like this happen in silence, right? The response from all of creation is immediate, and it is loud. It's musical. All of heaven just erupts into a new song.
But hang on, why is it a new song? Victorinus of Patovium explains this so beautifully. He says it's new because the reality it's celebrating is completely new. Think about it. It's new that the Son of God became a man. It's new that he rose from the dead. It's new that people could be sealed with the Holy Spirit. This isn't just, a remix of an old hymn. This is the soundtrack for a whole new creation.
Okay, this is an absolutely spectacular, heavenly scene, no doubt about it. But the ancient commentators were really practical. They wanted to know, what does this actually mean for us, for people down here on Earth? How do we get in on this cosmic worship?
Well, they looked at the symbols in the vision, the harps and the incense, and they saw them as a call to real-world action. That incense, that's our prayers, rising from a pure conscience. And the harps, that's our own bodies, our own lives, offered up in service to God. So in other words, this incredible worship isn't just for angels in heaven. It's happening right here on earth every time someone makes a public confession of faith, crucifies their worldly passions, or opens their heart with charity.
So this new kind of worship, it has a really profound outcome. The song says that the lamb sacrifice raises believers to a brand new status. They become kings and priests. Okay, but what on earth does that actually mean?
Yeah, this wasn't about literal crowns or earthly power. Ecumenius explained it in a spiritual way. To be a king in this context means you rule over your own passions instead of being ruled by them. You achieve self-mastery. And to be a priest, that means you offer your own body, your own life, as a living sacrifice to God. It's all about inner strength and total dedication.
And this all points to the ultimate goal of the whole vision. Andrew of Caesarea writes that the Lamb's work literally destroys that wall of separation between heaven and earth. It creates one single, unified community, a church made of both angels and people, all worshiping together. The divide is gone. The separation is over.
So after digging into this incredible 2,000-year-old vision, we're left with this really profound and honestly counterintuitive idea. I mean, we live in a world that so often says power is about dominance and force. So what does it mean that in this vision, the ultimate symbol of worthiness, the one who can literally unlock the future, isn't some conquering lion, but a sacrificial lamb? It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does it mean for us today if true strength is actually found in sacrifice?